The CyberLounge online. Initiating transmission. Stand by. Join the signal.
I have a couple of like arcades in this room, right? I moved one arcade to my oldest daughter's room, and I moved one arcade to my youngest daughter's room uh, to make room for some Transformers. So, I mean, for the oversized guys, I'll make room. Yeah, for sure.
Did you say
That's
you
a
moved
healthy
your daughter's
compromise.
room? You moved
I
your
moved what,
daughter's
sir?
room?
No, he moved the
No,
arcade
I
cabinet.
moved an arcade to my daughter's room.
I was gonna say you
No,
moved your daughter's. I'm like, wow, that is
no,
dedication.
no, I took
No,
over my daughter's room. She sleeps on the couch now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You can have a shrine for all those gigapower.
Man, don't even. That's all JJ's fault too. Giga Power, all JJ.
Way to
Damn
go,
it, JJ.
JJ. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of the CyberLounge, here with my partner, Trent, and our good buddies, JJ. And we're going to introduce a special guest with us tonight. It is Gabe. You guys might know him as Apollo Pitt, but say hi, Gabe, to everybody out there.
Hi, everybody. Hey, thanks for inviting me. Happy to be here for real.
Happy to have you, brother.
Awesome. Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
good to have you.
Going to bring some perspective into the final installment of our third-party series here tonight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode here. Appreciate you guys all being here tonight. So let's talk about our third parties, and let's talk a little bit about where we get our third parties from, and get a little bit more into what we like so much about our third parties. And who wants to jump in first? Let's talk about what we like so much about our third parties here.
You want to kick it off, JJ?
I
Yeah, go ahead,
can,
JJ.
yeah, some of the like recently, one of my new favorite places to buy from my third party is TF Safari.
Good one. Very good one.
I've really been liking them. Shipping's not crazy. It comes from overseas. I've actually ordered something since the tariff things, and it was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, of course, anything from overseas is going to take a little bit of time. Be patient. It'll come there, and I've had no damaged boxes, no damaged goods, no nothing from anything from them. They do, if you got a pre-order that you want, they do $1 deposits there too on anything for pre-order, and you're guaranteed that figure. And once it hits, I think it's like 14 days. You have up to 14 days to pay the full remainder balance. And as soon as you do, they ship out within 1 to 2 days of you paying your balance. I really like them as a source of third party, besides the basic BBTS, which everybody knows you can buy some third party there. You got any websites that you like, Trent, besides that one?
So TF Safari is actually the one I started with when I started getting into third party. Pricing wise, compared to some of the other competitors, they're a lot cheaper than like if you were to get it through Big Bad Toy Store. But to your point, though, it is going to ship from overseas. So with the tariffs, the prices aren't necessarily what you see is what you paid. It used to be that way, but up until like November 1st recently when the tariffs changed, I think now it's calculated afterwards. So you'll get a bill from whoever you choose as far as your carrier, and you'd have to pay the import duties. But to JJ's point, it's not terrible. And they seem to stock a lot of stuff that some of the other websites don't necessarily have. Like they're pretty competitive with Show Z. You touched on the $1 deposits. I know I've got a couple new age figures on pre-order with them that I paid the dollar deposit, just waiting. If you buy something in stock with them, it's typically like 3-day handling time before it ships. And it's not snail mail overseas either. Like I've gotten most of my stuff within a week after it ships. So not horrible, but you usually save, I'd say 20% or so off of buying stateside, like through Big Bag Toy Store. So even with the tariffs. What about you,
definitely
Frank?
great stuff. Yeah. I mean, I would say exactly the same thing. Yeah, I think you guys touched on everything when it comes to them. Great stuff. I've ordered from them before. Unfortunately, we're in that situation where the tariffs are what they are. I mean, there's really nothing we can do about that right now. But yeah, the nice thing about them is that you are going to find a lot of the stuff out there that they have is not what you're going to find at other places. And that's kind of the beauty of it. When I do my shopping on there, that's usually what I'm looking for is the stuff that you're not going to find on other places. But I mean, them and like you said, Show Z, two of my favorite places to go into. But yeah, I think they're fantastic stuff on there. Those are two of the bigger, if I'm not mistaken, definitely for third party out there right now. So great stuff for sure.
So, Gabe, with you being newer into some of the third party stuff, have you had any experience with any websites or sourcing some of the third party stuff?
No, I just recently, like within even the last couple of weeks, started looking at TF Safari. Now, me being newer, I'm a little, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid of the tariff. You know what I mean? Because I've heard some good and it's not that bad, and then I've heard, oh man, I paid whatever I paid times two. Like, oh, I'm not willing to do that for a third party, so I'm just not willing to risk that or roll the dice in some of those things, if you will. But I find, personally, I find a lot of stuff like on Macari and some other sites, and my wife is a collector also, and she's giving me some sites. I wish I could tell you the name of those sites right now. I might even be saying it wrong, but Depop or something like that. I found some really good Transformers that people don't even know there's Transformers on there, and so they're selling at a really good price. So if you just look long enough and hard enough, you're gonna find some really good prices on some really good third parties that I have on my shelf right here, right now.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think it's a really great point, and I'm glad you touched on Mercari because a lot of people don't know about Mercari's recent partnership with international shippers like Benezos or something like that. But they got Mercari Japan now, and it's so you can exclusively buy merchandise through Mercari overseas from Japan through international sellers, and it's a discounted rate, and what you pay is what you pay up front in the pricing. So a lot of those like exclusive figures that are overseas Asia markets only, you can find all day on there and not have to pay an arm and a leg. You just got to be patient.
yeah, that's right. And personally, I like when they have that message that says you will not. I don't know word for word, right? But you will not pay more than what is listed or what you're seeing here. In other words, you're not going to pay extra for the tariff or anything like that. They put it all in that price right there.
Exactly. Like I collect the Takara Tomy Shinkalion train transformers that are super popular overseas, but nobody US sells those. So a lot of times I'd have to source them through either Amazon Japan or like PlazaJapan.com, Hobby Japan. And to your point, a lot of those sites they don't list the upfront cost. So with the tariffs constantly changing, unless you're up to speed with that, it could be a surprise. And some of the different carriers have gotten sneaky as well. Like I know FedEx has got this new thing where like you can pay the tariff price up front when you pay the shipping costs from overseas, but it's an estimated, so you may overpay, you may underpay. PS will sometimes be cheaper to ship from overseas, but then when it lands here, they charge you a brokerage fee that's hidden in. So you'll have the UPS brokerage fee, like a freight handling fee, and then the actual tariff. Because I recently had like a $60 order from Plaza Japan, and by the time it landed here, it was like $55 to get it in, delivered. So transparency is key when you're shopping for some of this stuff overseas.
A good point. Very good point.
Just brought up here. I brought up
What's
Safari.
you're showing which one?
Yeah, TF Safari. Just wanted to kind of give people an overview of what you can expect if you went into TF Safari, and I brought up their third party page here. And as you can see here, just really, really nice stuff. I mean, you're looking at, $2 to do the pre-order, and just fantastic stuff from all these different companies.
Now, one thing to note too with this, with these sites that we're letting everybody know about these third parties where to buy them at too. They're not just third party there either. A lot of these sites also have mainline and Takara Tomy straight from Japan, Takara Tomy. So they can go to these sites and looking for they can find mainline, they can find, Takara Tomy and other stuff there too.
Great kits. It's like, third party, fourth party. I mean,
yeah, fourth parties are your KOs.
New arrivals, reissues, things of that sort as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that you can go in here.
And then they also have TF Source, which is another one. And one thing I've noticed too, between TF Source, TF Safari, and Show Z Store, if you take them three and you compare them to BBTS, you pay a little bit more on BBTS for them. And if you order from those three other websites that we're mentioning, you will get your third party a month to 2 months before it even hits BBTS.
And one thing that TF Store too is they buy a lot of collections from people. So it's not uncommon to see things that are out of print on TF Source, but you're going to pay up for them. So definitely just, it pays to shop around. Just want to throw that out there because I have seen some figures,
Yep.
that have been either limited releases or it's older stuff, and TF Source, if you were just looking at them solely, is substantially higher than maybe if you shop somewhere else like TF Safari or Robot Toy Base, Toy Dojo, some of the other sites.
And here we are on TF Source. And if you go, as you can see here, lots of great stuff, masterpieces, Japanese, and Hasbro, broken down very well into vintage as well. I mean, if we were to kind of peruse around here a little bit, as you can see here, lots of great figures as well. You can break it down into pricing, break it down into different manufacturers, break it down into scale. I mean, just your alt modes.
Now,
Sorry,
just
what was
so
that,
you
Jay?
know, with you being new in the third party, I said with Gabe being new in the third party and everything like that, other than, the one you just mentioned, have you heard of any of these other websites, the other ones we have mentioned?
Yes. Mostly because when I buy, even if it's off Macari, a lot of times I like new in box kind of stuff. Open the box, especially if it's for personal collecting, right? But a lot of it does come stamped with a sticker of TF Safari or TF Source or something like that. Honestly, I haven't gotten anything from Show Z, but TF Safari and TF Source, absolutely.
And we can share this experience with you then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad that we
Now,
can share these experiences with everybody. I mean, this is kind of this is why we do all this. Yeah, let's see here. If we go into Masterpiece, which I know Gabe really enjoys.
Yes, he does.
I mean, you could even get into these sizes here. These guys are kind of give you an idea as to what they got going on in here.
I'm over here looking at inventory and prices and scrolling like, okay, I like that. I like that.
Quick, write these down.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Don't worry, I'm just taking notes. These are nice. Yeah, definitely some great pieces in here. I mean, that's for sure.
and then
But
see too, like I'm not so sure on TF Source because I can't remember because I haven't been on that site in a while. But like on Show Z Store too, when you click on the individual figure, you can scroll down and they will show you pictures of every angle and robot mode and alt mode and everything.
It
You
shows
kind of get a very
that shows it.
yep, and you get a good idea of what you're getting too, and
Right.
from like all different kinds of angles. So like that's what hooked me on that Dreamstar Toys Devastator that I'm building. Was I was like, oh, shit, the green is. I like the color of green. I like the red that goes with it that pops in alt mode and stuff like that. And I was able to see all that from all different kinds of angles. And I was like, hmm, price is right. It's oversized. I'm good to go. And I went with it. And I'm still going with it because I still got to collect two more. Yeah, two more.
This is
I still got to finish transform into one.
just kind of showing everybody here, like for instance, with Kang toys. I know
See,
Kang toy.
there's those Insecticons right there, Gabe.
Yeah, thanks, JJ.
Mouse over it there, Frank.
And they're oversized for Insecticons.
That looks
They're
pretty
like
cool,
8
JJ.
inches.
Not gonna lie, that looks pretty cool.
They're like 8 inches tall for Insecticons.
And I'm not an Insecticon guy. That's different. That is different for sure.
Yeah.
This alt mode.
It's your $50 price point too you're talking about.
Are we at the 98% die cast though? 98%
Yeah.
die cast.
I don't know if it's 98% die cast yet though.
Wow. All right. I can live with that.
8.17%.
Good enough. Good enough.
See if that
Man.
rested.
Yeah, that looks nice. That's actually pretty badass. Oh. See, JJ, you're a bad influence, JJ. Bad influence.
Yeah, I got all of them on order.
Yeah, so do I. Thank you, JJ, for that, by the way. Hope you're satisfied with your damn self.
See, and Show Z does the $1 Show Z.
No, I'm not looking up anything else.
Pre-order.
Yeah, these are slick.
But I mean, and another good thing too with a lot of these sites too is if you're not sure of all the companies that are out there for third party, they have the categories and they'll show you, and there are more than most people think. Just like I guarantee you, not many people know how many other toy lines have crossed over into the Transformers world. And I will tell you this much, it's double digits.
Absolutely. It is Ocular, or Mastermind
Like
Creations, if you get technical.
I know, Gabe, you said your wife collects Care Bears and stuff. You know, like my wife, she collects Gem and the Hologram stuff, and Gem and the Holograms actually crossed over into Transformers at one point.
But we'll forgive them.
Yeah.
Lisa or my
And
wife, the My Little Pony Optimus Prime crossover.
Yeah.
yep,
Because
that's a crossover too.
that was my chance to push that Transformer, like My Little Pony, but hey, it's still Optimus Prime, right? And she
That's
loves
it.
it. She loves it. Hey, why not?
Oh, the most recent Stranger Things crossover sold out like instantly.
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Stranger Things
The Hot-
crossover to
Hot Wheels
Transformers.
crossover.
Transformers. The last one they did was the pizza van, and it transformed, but it like the box for it was actually like the pizza box for the Surfer Boy pizza.
Oh, I did see that. I did.
Yeah.
You're right. I did see
But
that.
the most
Yep.
the newest one they did was another van, but it was for the local radio station in the show, and then they did like a tape version of Laserbeak.
Okay. Very cool.
And here is Show Z.
There, that's the one I got coming.
Yeah.
Look at that, huh?
And Show Z sells a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they sponsor a lot of YouTubers as well. Like I know it's very common to see a lot of guys out of the UK and Australia that are sponsored by Show Z.
Yeah, I'm waiting for our sponsorship. X-Transbots. Wonderful, wonderful company right there. Yeah,
They
fourth
do a
party is-
lot of limited releases.
Look at that.
Transbot will do like they'll only make 200, 400, 500 of some figures, and that's it.
Look at that New Age.
They do a
Look
lot
at
of
the
convention
detailing.
exclusives too.
See that New Age dual Megatron?
Yeah.
That detailing is ridiculous. New Age does some great stuff though.
Oh, I love New Age figures. I'm hoping they follow suit with Magic Square and start doing some oversized stuff or chug scale.
Yep. Exactly. They should. I mean, I know Gabe's not going to like this, but their legend scales are just amazing.
The
Don't
actual
listen,
engineering and design of the figures themselves is pretty spectacular.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like throwing size out the window. Just intuitiveness.
Now,
Gabe's all like,
No, the detail in legend scale and the transformation in legend scale is absolutely, without argument, masterpiece level, right?
Yeah,
I'm just
definitely.
an oversized guy. That's all. It's beautiful. I have it on my shelf. I love it. No, let me rephrase that. Don't love it. I like it. It's masterpiece level, but I like the oversized. It's my preference.
That's
That's
his
all.
jam.
That's my jam.
now
Yeah.
they do have, Gabe, as Frank showed in the one show, they do have Legend class that hits 12, 14 inches.
There's that
Legend
new
scale.
Age Great Shot supposed to come out this month.
And now we're talking.
It's just
Fine.
so Legend scale. It's its own scale, yes, but at the same time, they picture, all right, if this guy's like this tall in the cartoon and this guy's this much bigger in him in the cartoon, they will coordinate that to meet their scale.
I got to put my bib on. Hang on a second.
Because isn't the Omega Supreme like 9 inches tall, 10 inches tall? And
But-
the regular standard Legend scale figure is 3 to 5 inches.
Right.
Right.
But if I'm going to
So-
buy Omega Supreme, I want Omega Supreme to be, 18 inches tall at least,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, really, if you want to
mean-
get technical, like versus how he appeared in the G1 show, the Titan release of him's wrong.
Yep.
He's
That's
too
very
big,
true.
you know, if you're trying to get everything to
That's
scale and be accurate to the show. So there are
Gabe
times
didn't.
like,
Gabe didn't
think-
want to hear that.
I mean, there's times though where like, you know, it may make sense to buy the Legends release if you're trying to get it to scale a certain way.
Let's see here.
I personally am not a scale guy. You know what I mean? They don't have to be to scale. I like the oversized guys, and not that I even have room for the oversized guys, but I like the oversized guys. I'll make room somewhere. I'll get rid of something. In fact, true story. I moved one. I don't know if y'all can tell. I have a couple of like arcades in this room, right? I moved one arcade to my oldest daughter's room, and I moved one arcade to my youngest daughter's room to make room for some Transformers. So, I mean, for the oversized guys, I'll make room. Yeah, for sure.
Did you say
That's
you
a
moved
healthy
your daughter's
compromise.
room? You moved
I
your
moved what?
daughter's room to.
No, he moved the arcade
No, I
cabinet.
moved an arcade to my daughter's room.
Oh, I was gonna say you
No.
moved your daughter's room. I'm like, wow, that is
No,
dedication.
And I
No,
took
he
over
did-
my daughter's room. She sleeps on the couch now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You have a shrine for all those gigapower dinosaurs.
Man, don't even. That's all JJ's fault too. Gigapower. Oh, JJ.
Way to
Damn
go,
it,
JJ. I hope you're happy with yourself.
Hey, as long as Gabe's happy, I'm good.
Yeah, Gabe is thrilled with Gigapower. Oh my god.
All right, right. My goodness. Let's see. So, what was it?
It's like so another good place to buy stuff too while we're talking about this and everything is a lot of people are scared of it is AliExpress. I have gotten some good stuff from AliExpress. AliExpress is a subdivision of Alibaba, which is, I believe, one of, if not the world's largest shipping company for import and export for around the world. The only thing with them is you need to make sure you buy more than one. Don't go buy one figure from them. Make it worth your while. You're paying the shipping, all that. If you buy multiple, the shipping doesn't increase. I believe it's what, $50, Trent?
Yeah, it depends on the seller too, because you know a lot of people when they shop will go to a website and the first thing they do is sort by price and click free shipping on AliExpress, and that's not always the best deal. Like it's better when you're shopping AliExpress to just sort by price and not necessarily worry about the shipping because you may find stuff is cheaper than if you go by the sellers that only have free shipping because they're banking on you to do that. So I mean it's a marketplace like anything else. So there's going to be competition within it.
And like JJ was saying before, I mean, you can find all kinds of stuff. I mean, all kinds of stuff on here.
That's true. And it's not necessarily like I think people have the mindset when they hear AliExpress that like, oh, that's just where you go to buy knockoffs and bootlegs. But that's not necessarily the case. Like if you searched Iron Factory right now on AliExpress, you would find actual Iron Factory figures. So you can buy third-party figures directly from AliExpress, same as you can with legitimate mainline figures.
Absolutely. I mean, literally, I mean, you could look for.
So what was it that did it for you, Gabe, where you got the figure and then next thing you know, you have like 30 more Transformers?
For weeks, literally. Long story short, I was injured. I was bedridden. I got out of bed one day. My wife took me to Target. I told her I wanted to start building a Devastator, because she does a lot of antique shopping. And I said I want to find Devastator out in the wild, right? G1 Devastator. I started off as a G1, guys. And so I'm at Target and I find a Bone Crusher on the shelf to build Devastator. And I see on the box, I mean, I don't know if it's like 2 out of 5 or 2 out of 6 or something like that. Hasbro kind of messed up the numbers on some of the boxes.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, buy it and start building your Devastator. And Devastator is very nostalgic to me, going back to a kid 30 some odd years ago. So I bought Bone Crusher that day, and then that night I bought the Legacy Metroplex that I found. Oversized, obviously, right? I'm like, man, this guy looks pretty bad. And forget it. I mean, that was the first rabbit hole that I jumped into. And from then on, I just started digging holes everywhere around me. So, and it was a slippery slope from there. And then I met
Did you get on?
JJ, and forget it. Third party, here we come.
Did you get on the
We're all going to blame
re-release of
JJ for all these things.
That's what I do. Say again, JJ?
Did you get it? Did you go on today? The re-release of the reissue of the Nemesis Titan.
No, I saw a friend of mine actually sent it to me, but I'm not. I mean, that's far down the list to where I'm probably not going to grab that one. I've got a list of things that I'm trying to knock out. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
some things are just
Mhm.
you're just not going to get it. I mean, I talked to Frank a little while ago about drinking or water from a fire hydrant. That's what I'm trying to do, and it's not working out. You kind of got to slow it down a little bit.
That's the one thing with third party is nice and slow because the shit ain't cheap.
It's not.
Well,
It
and I think the caveat to that too is there's not as many releases per year. So it's a
Mhm.
little easier to plan and pick and choose when you're buying third party, like especially if you're committed to one brand. You take a company like Frank was talking about New Age earlier. New Age might have 8, 9 releases a year, and it's real specific. So like you're either, yeah, I want that, or nah, it's not my cup of tea, pass. And you might buy 2 to 3 of those 8 or 9 a year versus how many Hasbro releases do we get in one wave every 3 months? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's very true.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Look at that stickers.
Well, like at one point I was
Cassettes.
buying probably 20 to 40 Transformers a year. Switch to third party and it's like 10 to 15. And the quality is so much better. Could I buy more at a time? Yeah, but like that one, what is it? Studio One Primus,
Yeah.
the tan colored one that's coming out. Like that motherfucker's $500.
Mhm.
I mean,
Gabe,
so
here's your headphones.
I'm I'm good with these. I'm good with these. I appreciate it though, Frank.
Shadow
yeah,
Bomb.
Looking out for you, man.
What are the eight? Are they
he's
$8?
what? He's what? 18 or 22 inches tall.
Yeah,
I think he's
if he's because he shares molds with the Unicron. The Unicron's like 17 and a half.
yeah, 18. So I mean, it's but the quality you get for that, you know, is amazing. And trust me, as more and more this third party comes out, that the market for them is gonna aftermarket for them is gonna go crazy. It already is kind of crazy, just not a lot of people know about it. But then, like, once more people pick up on this and stuff like that, it'll be a good investment on third party. And what I feel like too, third parties is a good investment in or out of the box.
Yes, I think part of that's
Definitely.
just the exclusivity factor, like you touched on. There's some of these companies like X Transbots that do a ton of convention exclusives or limited releases. Once they're done, they're done.
Mhm.
Typically, in the box or out of the box, those figures tend to appreciate.
Okay. What was another one that we were talking about? We said Shozi, we said TF.
Safari
Source.
and TF Source, Chosen Prime.
Yes, that's it. Yep. Chosen Prime's another good one.
Chosen Pride.
And then two, for all the people that I know a lot of people that I've met over time of my collecting of Transformers and everything, especially when I switched to mainly third party, well, strictly third party. Everybody's like, well, it don't have the stickers, it don't have the accents, that the stickers give it and everything like that. So for anybody out there too, toyhacks.com has stickers for everything. So like if say you have a Mastermind Creations Optimus Prime, just an example, and they don't come with stickers. Well, you go to Toy Hacks, you'll go to third party, you'll go to Mastermind Creations, then you'll go to their version of, all in their tabs of their Optimus Prime, and they literally will send you decals sized and everything for your Optimus Prime to give him everything that you need for the accents and the Autobot stickers and everything for that specific figure that fit that specific figure. They do it for mainline when stickers come off or stuff like that. They got them all the way back to G1. you can get stickers for them if the stickers are gone.
You can also buy generic faction sheets through them too. So if you don't see your specific figure listed, or just want a generic sheet to size and match however you choose to your stuff, you could totally do that too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
So the options are all out there, and so like, all right, this might a lot of people know Gundam and stuff like that. So basically, in my opinion, you have Gundam models have lots of different scales, and they're master grade and up are like masterpieces and third party. Whereas there are other ones that are like mainline and stuff, and then all of it's a price point too. You go to the higher grade stuff, you're gonna pay more. You're going to, in third party cases, you're gonna pay a little bit extra because some people want them stickers. Some people don't need the stickers; they just like the figure. And you know, me personally, a lot of third party stuff comes with the paint job where you really only need to slap on some Autobot or Decepticon stickers, or in the case of like different ones, because you got Predacons, you have what's the faction Double Dealer's part of?
Mercenary.
Mercenary faction. And those are different logos. So if you wanted to, and be authentic more so than other ones that you have seen, because I want to say G1 Double Dealer, I believe he had Decepticon symbols on him that came with him. So you could put the actual mercenary stickers, which that's the faction he's actually part of.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, the Predacons and Secticons, they all have different faction stickers. Yes, they may be a Decepticon, but Decepticon has sub branches. Then you have the neutral ones, the mercenaries that will work for the Autobots or the Decepticons. It don't matter. Wherever the money's going, that's where they're going. Ooh, what's that?
Right away, Jay. Ooh, what's that? This is a Planet X. Planet X Apocalypse Battle. Damaged version. Ready, isn't it?
Didn't Planet X do a Deathsaurus too?
I think so, actually.
Is that trip?
Now, MMC's got a nice Deathosaurus.
This is a Fall of Cybertron Triptychon right here.
Yes, Ismenios was his name. It's the IDW Deathsaurus, because they did a
Now,
Star Saber too.
Who did the one where it took two of them to put together?
You're talking about the
Was that
Star
the Planet
Saber?
X one? No, it's
It's
a
a
like a
Deathsaurus?
dinosaur-looking version of like Triptychons, like a weird stylized version, but it literally was two separate figures that could combine into one to make it even bigger.
No, the Planet
I don't know
X
if I've seen that
Triptychon or
one.
just Apocalypse or whatever, it comes in 2 boxes. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but you do have to put them together to make him.
Yeah, this one.
A friend of mine was telling me
Doesn't
about
it
that.
split into two figures?
This
Can't
one
tell
here?
you for sure.
The
See, Frank needs
Apocalypse?
to order it and tell us.
Okay. Or I'll order it tonight. You guys let me know.
There you go.
You're
Captain, we
welcome.
will.
I would.
Yeah, no. I'll send you my address, Frank.
See what happens.
I'll let you know how it
Let's
goes.
see.
Yeah, you need to scroll over. There you go. I need to. I'm messing up. Yeah, I swear. Anyways, but I mean,
Doesn't say about 2 figures.
what
But
was that? Do either one of y'all? I can't remember off the top of my
hang
head.
on, there's
That
other ones.
website I stumbled across that I was telling you about that sells third party too. It was TF something.
Was it TF Direct?
Yes, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, TF Direct.
Here's
There's another one that people can look up. And then it's everything that we've gone through with our shows on this third party stuff. They can reference back, and
here's
know
Gabe's
some of
buddy.
the top brands and everything. Is that the 4-wheel one? Yep, that's the 4-wheeled one. That's
This
a
is
badass
Gabe, this
one.
Gabe's buddy right here. Yep.
Yeah.
This is one of your showing.
You missed
Yeah, you're
out
showing
on the
everybody
chance
on his show.
to get that one. A friend of mine
Yeah.
bid on that one, got it, and I was like, oh, I took a snapshot of it, a screenshot of it, and I swear within maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, I had it coming. Like I had to have that. I didn't even know it existed. I didn't know it existed. I had to get it.
Badass sniper rifle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a gorgeous
then,
beast, though. He really is.
I transformed it a couple days ago, and it's really, really nice. And I am actually a robot guy. There's not many alt modes I like, unless it's a seeker. But I love that one in that alt mode right there. It's so badass. I
It
love it.
is.
Cool.
It's a gorgeous piece.
Yeah, some of them look great in the alt mode, but for the most part, the robot modes where
Hey,
it's
there's
at.
my
That's pretty nice.
battle damage sentinel.
That's cool.
It is cool.
What's the height on it?
Yeah, that JJ. That's a question I was about to ask.
Let's see if we can get some specs on this bad boy. Come on now. Description and note and choking. Don't eat it.
It's 01B.
It's looking it up right now.
And that's another thing too.
See, I knew
is
we had him on for a reason.
the fact that a lot of times,
14 inches.
all right, Hasbro brings out things that they hear through the grapevines and different social medias and stuff of what what they think is their consumer likes, but they just bring it out so plainly to me. Whereas, like, all right, that one right there, that battle damaged Guardian makes me actually want to go buy it versus the Hasbro one that came out just looked plain.
This is the unbattle damaged one.
Even that looks better than the Hasbro one.
It does.
Maybe it's the giant drill on the one arm that looks way cooler than the Hasbro version, or the claws. I don't know what it is, but it just looks like that one there looks like it would rip the Hasbro one apart.
Yep. It's just the design. I mean, altogether is just.
Do they have any alt mode pictures?
Yeah.
To kind of be fair to JJ's point, I mean, that's kind of what you get from third party, honestly, which is what kind of turned me to the third party is the fact that it's so different compared to the Hasbro, compared to the Toon version. They put their own spin on it. And I'm not gonna pretend to like every single third party out there. I've seen some third parties I'm not a fan of, right? But sometimes like this one, it just looks really, really awesome compared to the main line, compared to the Hasbro, compared to the cartoon. And they're allowed to do that as a third party, and it tracks certain people. I mean, me being one of them, honestly.
Yeah. I like it on the stand. You know who really got me interested in like putting the stuff on stands now? Trent. Way to go, Trent. I know. Because he's got all those seekers on his stands now and everything, and he showed me all of them now, and you and JJ are the worst, I swear. I don't know why I hang around
Forever
with
and a
you.
day building out that new age space bridge.
I don't know why I hang around with you guys.
I don't know if we need to end the stream or not, but I'm not
Yeah,
the stand guy. Oh, the guy on my stand.
You guys are the worst, like the worst relatives in the universe. Let's see what we got here. All right. Let's see. All right, moving over to show up. This is the regular one. I just gotta look at one more. Oh, he's one of the. Oh, he's one. Oh, Snarl. He's kind of cool.
Who's that by?
Planet X.
Oh, click the dino mode.
Okay.
That he's not morbid obese like the mainline one.
Right. Donut eating.
The main one like looks like a hog.
Something on the farm.
Yeah, it just looks like a wild boar.
This guy looks like he's ready for business.
Even the sluts look
his
good.
buddy. Dang.
But see, that's also too. I mean, you really can't take away. I'm not going to take away from Hasbro because Hasbro produces hundreds of thousands of these things compared to thousands of these things. So, Hasbro does what they feel that is making them a profit. And they put as little bit of engineering as they can and pump out as many things out of that mold as they can. Whereas the third party actually puts in, I have that one.
I know you do.
The third party puts in the time for the development, the design, the detail. And then that's why your figures, even at New Age, start at $60-$80 for a 3 or 5 inch figure.
That's the difference between a mass production budget versus like you said, if you're trying to push out 10 figures a year versus 10 figures quarterly, you have to cut corners, and you're trying to just
Mhm.
put out as many things as you can and hope that one of them hits the mark, because you know that at least some of them are going to end up shelf warmers, and then that's when we see the typical like holiday bundle packs and clearance stuff, which you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
necessarily see with third party.
like even the lowest end third party, you're not going to get a visible screw in the chest.
Yeah, very true.
It's always fun. This is the best looking wind blade I've ever seen in my life. By
It
far.
is. The red is just so poppy in person too. It
So
pops.
it has the white face versus the silver face.
Yep.
And I don't know if we talked about Toy Dojo too, but Toy Dojo is another U.S. based alternative to Big Bad Toy Store for third party. They're based out of Texas.
I mean, even look at this.
I have that one too. Yeah, I forgot about Toy Dojo. I always forget about it. And I also glad that you mentioned Plaza Japan because I forget about them too.
Yeah, I buy a lot of stuff through Plaza Japan. Their shipping's like super fast.
Mm-hmm. Like my buddy buys a lot of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure figures from an anime for his daughter from there because they are significantly cheaper, even with paying the shipping and all that, than getting them from mainline U.S. sites.
Yep. And see, I'm the same way, because like I'll buy some of that Evangelion or some other anime type stuff like that through there, and it's stuff you can't find here or can't find easily.
For those of you that didn't know that this was transformable. Because I know that's what some people are going to go, yeah, but is it transformable? Yeah,
It is.
sure is. Yeah.
Now, they have a badass Egyptian looking spider version of her too.
Very nice.
I think that's about all the sites and stuff that I can think of. Every one of them, you know, and I'm not saying I'm not going to pick or choose any one of them because I use a lot of different sites
Look at
because
that.
one, you know, you can get them. There you go, Shockwave guy. But you know, everybody's different as far as you know how they shop. Some people are impulse buyers. Me, I used
There's
to
the-
be an impulse buyer until I got in the third party. Now I'm a shop around guy. I'm gonna go for find my best deal.
There's a posse shot right there. Hey, who's that? My boy. Just awesome.
Bingo Toys makes some good figures.
Yeah, they do.
They're the only, like Trent and I talked about in one episode, they're the only
It's great posability.
Porsche you can get, modern Porsche version of Jazz you can get, and it comes with the speakers he used to bump from the cartoon.
And he's still available on BBTS too, if anybody wants to.
Yep, great figure. And Gabe, he is oversized for Jazz too, by the way.
I like
But like, he's the first one you're gonna get modern that looks like the G. There he is, right there.
yeah, he's on the list. He's on the list. He's not top, he's not bottom, he's just kind of middle top. Oh, look at that.
But I mean, that's a good looking figure.
Yeah, it is.
I like the
like it.
wording at the top. Do things your own style or don't do them at all.
Like you got,
Damn
they
it.
got the picture in alt mode where it's got the speakers on the back.
Got it. Hold on a second. Look at that.
Yeah, he's clean.
Yep.
Look at that. The speakers right here. I like his gun set up off of the back spoiler.
Pretty sweet. I like the car
Yes.
mode. It kind of looks like a BMW M1 Pro car or something.
Yeah, that does. That is just amazing. And he comes with the goodies. See that? And we were talking about this on one of the other episodes that when you're doing the third parties, man, they come with the goods.
Yeah. Because trust me, I have so many accessories with the Kang toys, Predaking. I'm still trying to figure out how to put together his sword. He has a sword that's like 14 inches long or something like that for him. You know, kind of like almost looks like a Grand Maximus sword.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, he's nice too.
But yeah. Is that the combiner? Yep. Galileo combiner. I'm pretty sure that's their Superion. No. Scattershot Technobots that are coming out. Yeah, because that's Scattershot right there, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So Gabe, you over there making a list?
Checking it twice.
Yeah, I have a list. I have a list, but the more shows I'm on and the more I hear JJ talking, it's like the list it's a dynamic list.
Yeah.
You know, it grows, and what I already forgot what we put on the list, but it made it to the very bottom of the list. And we talked about. I mean, you ran it or showed it just a second ago, Frank. I don't even remember what it was, but I was like, it's so far down the list. But at Jazz, I just saw it and it's like, okay, let's bump them up a few notches.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
He started a
can't keep
new
drinking water out of the fire hydrants. I can't do it.
right. He started a new list.
And the list changes because of JJ, I went for those Gigapower Dinobots. And now it's like, okay, maybe I don't need every single one. Maybe I can use
This
those funds
other
for
list.
other stuff. So the list keeps changing. Moving target.
Yeah, it gets hard after a while because there's so much nice stuff out there.
It's
You're
true.
like, yeah, there is.
Huh. Like, let's see. I get this one.
Yeah. And
I know,
that
right?
Perceptor was never on the list. He wasn't on the radar at all. But then
Right.
all of a sudden he jumped to number one. As soon as I saw it, like, gotta have it.
It's usually how it goes.
Dude, in
Yeah.
all honesty, that
That
is the most badass Perceptor on the market.
was.
I agree. I'm selling all my other Perceptors.
And I thought it was cool as hell that the original Perceptor was actually a triple changer, just most people didn't know it.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
too, another good point about the whole third party stuff too and stuff like that is the different sites is not every site will have every third party, but between all the sites, you will find whatever third party you're looking for.
And also, some of these companies you can order from directly too, which is also an option that we didn't touch on. Like I know Magic Squares, their site stays stocked and updated all the time. If you wanted to order direct from them, they got the new blast off that goes with their new masterpiece scale Bruticus. He was available on their main direct website before any of the other websites.
Yep, and he will be oversized too, Gabe.
Yeah, he's MP scale.
I had a friend text me about it yesterday saying, look at this Magic Square Bruticus. You need that. And I was like, no.
Their
I've only got
Legend
room for
scale
one
one was
Bruticus.
absolutely awesome. So the fact that it's upscaled now, like I'm tickled pink. I hope other companies follow suit.
I would not be getting that one.
You got well, now you have a list. You probably have two lists. Probably have three lists.
I have one Bruticus coming in. I don't have him yet. I have one Bruticus coming in, and then I will build the is it Age of the Primes? Is it Age of the Primes? The Vortex is out?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll be building that one. So then I'll have two. But no, that's it. That's it for me.
You say that now.
It's a space and money issue. It's both of those, and both of those are big issues, especially the money.
Right. Well, you can always move another arcade game out of the way.
And I already know which one it is too. Yeah. Simpsons is gone.
So let me ask you, Gabe, what do you think of? I know you've been collecting since you said July. You said of this
July.
year? Yeah. So where do you see your collection going? I mean, from this point, because you said, you're looking at, your main interests right now are MPs, third party, things of that sort. I mean, do you think that pretty much at this point you're going to be sticking with more of the third party and oversize? And I know you said your other interest is like die-cast figures, things of that sort. Yeah, I mean, do you think you'll be sticking pretty much with like the oversized stuff, or do you think you'll be kind of, looking more into sizes, or, what are some of the other things that you're kind of getting more and more curious about?
Funny how things change, because when I first started, I mean, I was probably one of the biggest fans of Studio Series. You know what I mean? But again, I'm new to all this Studio Series, and to me, Age of the Prime Studio Series, they're all kind of the same thing, honestly. Same packaging and everything, right? And so then I got on this app called Whatnot, and for the first time 4 months ago, I heard this word, masterpiece. Never heard of it in my life. And started when the seller would show it, I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I like the black and white generic box, right? Kind of like that, right? I like that look. I thought that was pretty nifty, pretty classy, if you will, for a Transformer anyway. So then I started doing my homework on these masterpieces, and I was like, okay, I got to get one. And I got a broken MP1 Optimus Prime chest plate broke. It broke, and I bought it like that, knowing it, and it was my favorite. I loved it. I understood what a masterpiece was, and I got hooked. Then I decided to order more, and I remember being in this very room with my wife, and I had I don't know if it was an MP3 or MP8 Grimlock. They looked the same to me, honestly. And it was an open box, so I opened it, and I just remember it was on a live stream, and I just remember saying, "Shit, like this is a masterpiece. Like I get it." And then the evolution just happened. I mean, masterpiece. I loved it. They were oversized. They were masterpiece scale. And then comes JJ with his, "Oh, you got to check out Gigapower."
Yep.
So I remember him being in the show. Like, "Oh, you got to check out Gigapower." I turned over here and I wrote down Gigapower. Well, that night I wrote down Gigapower and I ordered Swoop. And then 3 or 4 days later, Swoop comes in and I open it up and I say, "Shit, like there's levels to this stuff, you know?" So where am I going? I like the oversized stuff. I do enjoy the masterpieces. If I had to pick one, it's third party. I do believe masterpiece black box. There's some certain ones that you can only get in the black box for it to be at that level. Delta Magnus, Jetfire. There's certain ones like that. But when it comes to third party, Gigapower, that Perceptor that we've talked about a couple of times, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the oversized. I'm a fan of the fact that they can bring their own flair to it, their own color schemes, their own flares, their bigger guns. That Perceptor looks like he's ready to take on Megatron all by himself, with all the guns and cannons that he's got on him. And I had my daughters in here. I've got 2 daughters who love my Transformer collection, and 117, 113. And I showed them, I was like, "Look," and I guess I'm just excited, right? And I was like, "Look at this Perceptor here. This is third party versus this is studio. I think it's Studio Series or 86 Perceptor, 86 Perceptor." And they're like, "Oh my God, we can understand why you say third party." So I'm even showing it to them, like. So I love third party. I'm going almost all. If I had to pick one, it would be all third party. If I can go oversized, yeah, I joke saying, "Give me an oversized all die cast for $50, and you've got me right." And it doesn't work like that, but I'll take 2 out of 3. So I
Yeah.
love my third party, and I don't see myself like I will sell. Like I've got 2 86 Optimus. I sold one for my personal collection, and it's for sale. I think it's a great figure. 86 Ultra Magnus. I think it's great. Solid figure. I just don't need it, if that makes sense. I don't have room. I wish I could keep them all, right? I can't. You can't. I know some people that do, but I'm not, I can't. So I'm selling them because I don't need them. I would rather have the oversized Ultra Magnus versus the 86 Ultra Magnus. So as of right now, and it's ever evolving, as of right now, that's where I am. The third party oversized, that's for me. I just like what they bring.
They got a
And I
great
think the
one coming
quality is
out.
really, really great. Which one?
Yeah.
They have a great third party Ultra Magnus coming out.
See,
I feel like I already have
there you
one.
And well, that's the thing though. And it's always evolving, it's always changing. There's always something new coming out, and you don't have to necessarily stick with one particular thing. You'll always find something that's new and refreshing, and something that'll always accommodate your tastes, or even create new tastes. That's the buffet in all of this. That's what you want though. You don't want to, you don't want to keep saying, "Okay, I like steak." I could just eat steak all day long, because eventually you're going to go, "Okay, I've had steak over and over and over and over and over." Eventually you're going to want different ways to make a steak, or different ways that they can prepare the steak, or different ways, they could, season a steak or whatever. So, we all get like that. It's, even if it's something's your favorite, you're going to want to have it, some variations of it, some different ways to do it, and that's the fun part. You can say, "Oh, this one's different from this one because," or "I like this one even though it's like this one, but I like this one because it's like this," and that's the fun in it. That's the best part about collecting, and it makes it unique to you. It's for you. That's what collecting's all about. It's what's
And,
good for you.
I love my collection. It's mine. It's what I sought after. It's what I went after. It's what I wanted. Honestly, it's what I wanted when I was a kid. And if going back to oversized, I remember when I was a kid, Devastator and Jetfire, those two were larger than life. But now you put a G1 Devastator next to like the 86 or even the bigger one, and it's very tiny, very, very tiny. My collection, even the masterpieces. I'll tell you guys right now, I love the masterpieces. I love mine, but I'm not one of those, like, if you look at some of these masterpieces behind me, they're far from mint. I've got a Skywarp back there that if I transform into a robot, his arm's gonna fall off. I'm okay with that. It's my collection. I'm okay with that. I like them in secret mode anyway. So I mean, that's the thing about collections. It's my collection. It's Frank's collection, JJ, Trent. You're gonna buy what you want. You're gonna enjoy what you enjoy, and it's not for. I'm not buying for you, Frank. I'm not buying for JJ. I'm not buying for Trent. I'm buying for me to come into this room and to enjoy it. And I do come in here. I had a bad day at work, stressful, whatever. I'll grab one of those Perceptive that you told me I have a hard time with, and I'll start transforming them. You know what I mean? It's my collection. And I think that's what's important. Just buy what's going to make you happy.
Exactly. I mean, you nailed it. You nailed it right there. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not like you have, they make things like that specifically for people like you. And that's why they're out there. You know what I mean? So if they didn't, you'd probably be out there making your own stuff, So, I mean, that's why it's out there. It's for people like you. I mean, JJ loves, his, little orphans that he's got out there. I mean, his toys are like, but look at him. I mean, the guy's like 8 foot tall. He's got hands like, like baseball mitts. So he has to have toys, that accommodate his, his uniqueness. You know what I mean? Would you, if you were a Wookiee, would you like to play with a toy that was, the size of a core class all day? We couldn't even, pick him up. Yeah, I mean, so, he's got to have, you've seen his, his Predaking and stuff like that. The thing is like, the thing's got its own, state ID. I mean, so, that thing's huge, so yeah, if you want oversized, hell yeah, go get it, man. I mean, just, do what you like, that's what it's there for.
I'm half tempted to buy that Power of the Primes Titan scale Predaking because I want to put it in front of the King toys for real Titan class Predaking and show the difference.
Yep.
And have it eat the other one just because you can.
That's it.
I am so glad that we had you on here, Gabe, and I appreciate you sharing everything with us and going over these sites with us. And I hope everybody actually gets to go on some of these sites and take a look at everything that they have to offer. These are definitely not all the sites that are available, but some of our favorite sites. So definitely go out there and help yourself. Look at what they've got, see what's available out there. I'm sure you guys will find all the stuff that you're looking for and then some. If you're not sure, ask Gabe. I'm sure he'll share his lists with you now.
I will. It's a big list, but I'll share it.
If any of you guys have any questions about any of this, or you guys need any help with any of the websites that we went over tonight, let us know. Drop a comment on either our YouTube or Spotify. We'll definitely get back to you, let you know. But again, we appreciate you guys all tuning in tonight and tuning into any of our shows. Definitely drop us some comments. Let us know what you guys think about the content. Follow us on both Spotify and YouTube, I should say. Again, we appreciate everybody being here tonight. I definitely appreciate JJ, Gabe, Trent, always for being here, and we hope to see you guys all again soon. Definitely check us out on the Energon Exchange. We always have fun, always sharing stuff, always going over fantastic content. We definitely appreciate you guys coming out and sharing pictures with us and trading any of the stuff that you guys got or asking about trading, or definitely coming in and just, talking about all kinds of great stuff with us and sharing information that you guys might have. Trent, anything you want to add in there for me, buddy?
No, I think you about nailed it. Again, Gabe, special thanks for coming on the show and just talking plastic and fun stuff with us tonight. Appreciate it. Look forward to hopefully having you on some future shows if you're down for it, my man. It was good getting to talk to you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So much fun. You guys are awesome. Had so much fun. It's knowledgeable. So yeah, anytime, y'all just let me know and I'll make myself available. This was a blast.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. We were very happy to have you, brother. And feel free to shout out your whatnot. So if people want to spend some more time with you, they know where to find you.
Yes.
My whatnot is Apollo Pit. Apollo Pit on whatnot, just like that. Is simple, all one word. And I'm trying to be one of the third party / masterpiece guys, if you want it. And I'll be honest, I'm actually trying to get into where if you want a masterpiece, but not a masterpiece price, kind of like the way I started my collection. maybe there is something a little damaged with it, or it is open box, but you're not going to have to pay that $250. I mean, you want to get a masterpiece for 70, 80, $90, get it in your house, get the feel and look at it, and decide if it's for you. You know what I mean? That if
Absolutely.
I can help you the way people have helped me, then give me that opportunity and let me try.
Right on, brother. I
I love it.
appreciate that.
Well
That's
said.
awesome.
Well
Absolutely.
said.
Absolutely. The man of the collector. Look at that. That's great. So,
Thank you guys.
all right, you guys. Well, we appreciate everything. And Gabe, again, thank you for being here tonight. Extra special. Wonderful. You had really great input. And again, fantastic stuff out there, man. And look forward to having you again really, really soon on the show with us, man. So
Absolutely.
definitely you guys check him out on Whatnot. Check out his shows. Great stuff always. And definitely check out all the fun stuff that he gets in just to open the box.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Always fun. So, all right, guys, that'll wrap it up for us tonight. So, like I said, fantastic. Appreciate you guys showing up. You guys have a great evening. We'll catch you guys very soon. Have a great night. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.